Greetings from San Diego, California. This interactive multinational video conference is reaching you live in English, Spanish, and Portuguese through a unique and complex international telecommunications network via satellite, microwave, and cable. This program brings together distinguished organizations representing education, business, government, and civil society in more than a dozen countries in the Americas, Europe, India, and China. We look forward to hearing from you all. This is the first International Training Center video conference of the year 2007 series entitled Principles for Global Competitiveness and Productivity. We invite our viewing audience and affiliates in the continental United States that may not have the support materials or the participants' manual for this program to contact us directly at info@itc-group.org to assist you with a copy. Thank you for being part of our international network. I'm Dr. Farhad Saba, Professor of Educational Technology at San Diego State University and the moderator of today's program. Globalization is leveling the competitive playing field in business, education, and government around the world. The headquarters for the 500 largest corporations that make up Fortune's Global 500 list of companies are now located throughout 32 countries in 229 cities. At the top of the Global 500 cities, just behind Tokyo, Paris, London, and New York, Beijing is now ranked 4th and Seoul 8th. Overall, 1/3 of the world's GDP, that is gross domestic product, is generated by this group of globally oriented enterprises. And every year they become more influential. Just in 2005, their profits rose 30.3%. Education, once the 4th largest export sector of the United States, is now an intense global competitive game. In 2005, China surpassed the United States in the total number of graduate-level university students receiving PhD degrees. Technology-mediated distance education is now exploding globally, with delivery hubs and collaboration networks being created in various countries. Finally, although governments are the oldest and most difficult organizational structures to take up change, many are gradually evolving to be able to compete globally for goods and services. Thus, public servants equipped with a global perspective are fast becoming an urgent necessity. All of the above requires now globally oriented leadership. But what does this mean? This timely video conference will present an overview of the strategies and results expected of this innovative leadership now required by all organizations and at all hierarchical levels. The distinguished invited speaker will present his views of the new rules under which these leaders perform today, emphasizing their courage, passion, and heart in facing the volatility and unexpected events typical of global markets and realities, while adhering to the ageless principles of sound team building, total quality, and customer service that continue to be the backbone of productivity and performance all over the world. In a module entitled Power and Influence in a Globalized World, Mr. Hinton will define leadership in the new world political and economic situation where global companies are playing an ever-increasing role. He will identify the leading countries and describe the roles each play in a global political and economic system. In a module entitled The Role and Attributes of the Global Leader, Mr. Hinton focuses on qualities and traits of leaders and provides specific examples of companies who have led successful enterprises at a global scale. Tom will also discuss with you strategies for mastering global leadership and reflect on what these strategies mean to you as a global leader. Tom Hinton is America's expert on business excellence. Tom is one of America's most respected business authors and thought leaders on the subject of customer relations, leadership, team building, and creating a culture of excellence in the workplace. Since 1986, he has addressed over 700 major corporate, association, and government audiences in the United States, Canada, Germany, Japan, Mexico, Ireland, Spain, France, England, and Scotland. Tom serves as the President and Chief Executive Officer of the CRI Global, an international training and consulting firm based in San Diego, California. CRI helps its clients create a culture of excellence in the workplace and coaches leaders to improve their personal and organizational performance. Tom's client list represents a diverse group, including the New Otani Hotels of Japan, Union Bank, Isuzu North America, General Motors of Canada, the Alliance of American Insurers, Boston Public Schools, the U.S. Army, the U.S. Navy, Minnesota Multi-Housing Association, Wells Fargo Bank, Employers Renaissance Incorporated, Group 4 Software, Cisco, Preferred Hotels, Blue Shield of California, the Social Security Administration, the U.S. Department of Labor, the California Department of Parks Incorporated, Inc. magazine, and other entities such as Bank of America. Thank you and welcome to today's program. In a trip to China, the leaders that I met, it reminded me that a Silk Road existed between the Far East and the Middle East, and so global commerce has always been there for us. What makes today's globalization uniquely different than what we have had in the past?
Well, Fred, as you said just a moment ago, the role of government is shifting. I think it's shifting from that of a regulator to really that of an enhancer, an enabler, a facilitator. I think, secondly, there are emerging communities happening all over the world. People are now getting together through organizations, through the internet, so they have tremendous access to information, and that facilitates the change.
Excellent. Thank you, and now let's begin with Module 1 of our program.